Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. Up next, we've got a good one on tap between the visiting Arizona Cardinals and the Washington Redskins. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, on the eastern edge of the D.C. metro area in Landover, Maryland. That's where we are situated at FedEx Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the Washington Redskins. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Redskin team as they interplay here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Cardinals here, they come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the number 1 overall pick in the 2019 draft from Oklahoma. It's Kyler Murray.
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game, yeah.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
A run there on first down gets 3 up to the 28. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. Here's the offensive unit. Max's parents liked him so much they put an extra X on the end.
And they could do that because they saw something before the rest of us. They saw the potential of Max Williams, and it's coming to realization now in the NFL. A really good tight end with a little bit of speed.
Murray, a quick throw out to Kirk. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. For Kirk, there's a peek at the numbers in last week's game. 8 catches, 57 yards, and a touchdown as well.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long. Murray with a third and long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Ioannidis has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. So out comes the Redskins offense as they get their first shot. They are led out by the 15th overall selection in 2019, former Ohio State Buckeye Dwayne Haskins.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win like a good pitcher without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. And for this offense, yellow highlighter around Trent Williams.
As well there should be. A Pro Bowl, all-pro type of a left tackle. So mobile, you could also see him as a tight end. This guy is a terrific football player.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Haskins, complete. Richardson has it. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. Now, they've been a very good unit against the pass, defending at 5th best in the league.
And this is where we talk game inside the game. Top 5 passing offense versus top 5 passing defense. I wouldn't be surprised defensively if they change up coverages a bit more than usual to try and combat what they expect to see.
Now Haskins to throw it. He gets it in the hands of Geis. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A quick pass out to Aguilar. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
All day, dog.
Again, it's Haskins. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Haskins will throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Draw play, Edmonds. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Check out.
On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
Now Gallman. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. This one caught by Isabella. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins 17-yard line.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Arizona.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The tight end, Max Williams, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. On second down now, it's Ingram, and he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
Throwing is Murray on third down. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They go play action here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. He'll run it. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. Second and goal from inside the 5. Gallman will run it. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. This Washington defense, they've stood tall the first 2 plays. Now third and goal. He can run for it, and he will. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up fourth. Defense didn't budge on third down. Now what are we going to see on fourth?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Check, 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 check.
From the 31, Haskins, complete to Bryant. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give the Redskins 13 there on the first down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Throwing now, Haskins on first down. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down. Here's second and 10 now from about the 32. A quick throw now complete to Ross. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Haskins going to throw again. Jordan Reed has it. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Haskins now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it first and 10.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Hey, defense, let's go. Hey, we got tight left. Even. 4 down, even. Set, go.
Now Haskins on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
We got three.
Throwing again on second down. Haskins, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Already a pair of third down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this third down try. Aguilar has it. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
Let's do this.
So another third down conversion, and now they've got a first and goal. Haskins back to the air. Toward the pylon, caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Redskins have taken the lead. Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast, but a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering, what are we going to do next time in order to stop those guys?
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. That ball complete to Isabella. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be an Arizona 1st down on a gain of 17. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down, Edmonds. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
On 2nd and 9. Murray, throw left side, complete to Isabella. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Offense.
Justin Pugh, the left guard that time with a flag. On 2nd down, Edmonds. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. So 2 disastrous running plays, and now they face a 3rd and very long. On the screen, this is Edmonds. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Come on, fellas.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Geis, and it would appear he's going to be short of a 1st down as he stopped right around the 29. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
On 2nd and 11 now. Murray, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 42. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. 2nd down, Murray sets to throw. His throw incomplete. The Cardinals on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 27-yard line.
They can't hang with us.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. That goes for 14 yards, first down Cardinals. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Hakeem Butler, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. This is taken at the 3. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. 3rd down. Here's Haskins. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
The one with the dime look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes, but right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. This is Gallman. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards the pickup, good enough for an Arizona first.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. 5 yards on the carry, good pickup on first down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And this is going to be incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups. And they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. As this unit comes back out there, let's focus in on Darius Geis. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Here's Haskins. Complete. Richardson has it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
I smell fear in that offense.
To throw again on 2nd down. Haskins, and that one finds the ground, breaking a string of 5 straight completions. And it brings up 2nd down. No, 3rd down. On 3rd down, Haskins.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
First down, Murray being chased out left. And now he's going to use his legs. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
56. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll run with Edmonds. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing on first down is Murray. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Chase Edmonds, the man he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Murray again, 2nd and 10.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In the game you're watching, it was the former #1 overall selection, Kyler Murray, who put on an absolute show. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. On first down, this is Geis. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground. Geis again. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Now Haskins. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Here's Haskins to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, and it's 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down. Haskins, and this one complete to Reed. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. On the ground, Geis. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Again, Geis. He fights his way into the end zone for a Redskin touchdown. Darius Geis, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Second effort there, he was determined to find pay dirt, and he did.
I think that's a great example of what coaches talk about, a back that runs behind his pads, and he uses pads to get him into the end zone.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that will put them on top here in the 3rd. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They run the counter. Edmonds. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. A good run. Got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, here's Murray. That's complete to Cobb. And he'll go down at the 28. Murray going to lead his guys up 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Murray gets this one to Isabella, and they'll get this down to the 10. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. 1st down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball, but when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Got his man. It's Williams. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Murray now, 3rd and goal. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kyler Murray, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cardinals have once again taken the lead.
That's a tough one there defensively because look at the stops they got on 1st and 2nd down, and it's 1st and 2nd and goal. And then on 3rd down, they cover the receivers, but they leave an alley open for him to find, and he does. That is frustrating. You do almost everything right, and he still ends up in the end zone.
The Cardinal offense not going anywhere. They'll stay out and go for 2. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
From the 29, Haskins. And he finds the tight end, Reed. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Haskins now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now it's Haskins. Able to find his running back, Geis.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Throwing again, here's Haskins. Completes it to Aguilar. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Haskins and the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And he's got this down to the 35. The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. They go play action now. Haskins. That'll be caught right side by Reed. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
They'll run it now out of the gun. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
That's where you belong.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
43. Check, 43.
Check pass, check pass.
Now on 2nd and 16. Haskins. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Robert Kimdichie make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. On 3rd down, they run with Edmonds. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
51 yards on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. The reception good for 7. It's third down. A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
False start, offense.
Maybe he was going to be involved in that play from his tight end spot, and he jumped.
Yeah, don't tell me that those guys don't like to block. That's what we say about them nowadays in the NFL. But I think he felt he was one of the key pieces in that play and wanted to get out and execute the assignment very fast.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Open man completes it to Butler. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make this a second down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's Gallman. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. That's complete to Gallman. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage. You hate to give the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. A throw over the middle, taken in. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line.
58, boy, 58, 58. Come on. Oh, you got deep?
Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. Open man is Ross, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards. On first down, it's Haskins. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. It's been all passing all the time on this drive. 5 for 5, and now first and goal.
Feels like a case of until they stop us, we might as well keep running the offense that we like to run. Don't change up and do something different just because you think you need to.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown as his guys are able to regain the lead.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So that drive 7 plays in length, and it was polished off by a Redskin touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and just like that, it's third down. Now a handoff here to his running back, and he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Throwing on first down is Murray. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it second down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. To throw again on second down, Murray. Blake Martinez, the linebacker, was there in coverage to disrupt. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. To throw, it's Murray. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the 4th.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and now it's second down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Here's Murray, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They'll roll him out right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. Now, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game, because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got the 2-minute warning to come up? Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
Keep playing hard.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down into those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than...
And he loses the football a second time. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
I'm fairly sure that there's no good time to cough up the football, but this couldn't be much worse, could it?
No.
This situation, this yard line, no chance.
They set it on a T-form. They're already in field goal range here late in the 4th now.
Yeah, warm up the kicker and just make sure they take care of the ball now. They've got a chance to put this thing away.
And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. They're on the outskirts of field goal range here in a tie game with a little time. So how do you handle this? What do you do here, Charles?
Everybody wants to pick up as much yardage as possible, but the weird part is for field goal kickers, being in really close sometimes puts more pressure on them because it's much more of a position kick as opposed to just going ahead and letting it out and letting it thump. A lot of guys like a little bit of distance because you know they can handle it, and it's a more natural swing of the leg.
So maybe getting inside the 20, not that big of a deal.
Not that huge of a deal. Sometimes that messes you up with the angles depending on which hash mark you're kicking from.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. And it's off the left upright. Oh, my goodness. Heartache. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. That close to taking a 4th quarter lead, but the goalposts, they had other plans.
I thought it was on target. It looked good off his foot, but then doink, off the metal and out. And those are the kind of breaks that can definitely swing a ball game.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Haskins. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Squeeze, double.
Throwing now is Haskins. And this one complete to Reed. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin 1st down. Now Haskins. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. They can still get into field goal range, partner. They got to work quickly, though.
I agree with you totally. Find a way to get the ball downfield and out of bounds. In a perfect world, they know what hash they want to get to for their kicker, and they already know the distance that he feels comfortable. That'll dictate what they do on offense.
See if they can get in his range. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
Right there, 56. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some.
On 1st down, Edmonds. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as he'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their second-year kicker. This from 52, and this for the win. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now then two. Again they run. Again it's Geis. And Geis is going to be stopped short as he did not get the push he needed. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down. Just looking down at this with a naked eye, looks like they have about 1.5 yards. Any chance they go for it here?
There's a chance, but I have to say, punt the ball here. Get rid of this thing and try and help your defense a little bit. I know there's that temptation, and I know people have it on their play sheet. I have that one play that'll get me what I need, but if you don't get it, you pretty much handed the game to the other team.
Here's Murray. He'll have a first down and more past the 20. And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds.
Passer, defense.
In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. The tackle made by Blake Martinez. What can Murray do now with his drive? And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Throwing now is Murray. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down. The defense does its job. Now they're going to get the ball here in overtime with a chance to win it.
Major league kudos to them, because to get the ball back in this spot, everything was on them. It had to happen, and they pulled it off. They'll get it back for their offense with a chance to win.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover, and wow, now we've got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. On 2nd and 12, Haskins. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 3rd down. Here's Haskins. Aguilar has it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 41. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18. On the ground, it's Geis. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal, because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say, if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter @EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Redskins.